Muchas gracias. Thank you very much, dear Adriana. Thank you also to the government of Bolivia, dear Mayra, and of course to the President of the Human Rights Council for organizing this event. And it is quite challenging for me to speak after this distinguished line of panelists. But it is still my honor to be here for the first time representing the International Organization for Migration and the occasion of the first celebration here in Geneva of the International Day of Women in Diplomacy. Today, while we celebrate the achievements of women in shaping global diplomacy, we're also being reminded about the work ahead of us to ensure gender equality in all spheres of international relationship. The role of women in diplomacy, as has been said, is not about representation only. It is about catalyzing transformative change in dialogue, governance, and inclusivity. As we look around this room, we see the remarkable presence of women leaders who have paved the way for progress in all fields: environment and climate action, humanitarian and development efforts, trade, disarmament, peace and security, and of course, human rights. Your work here, with your counterparts in New York and with your capitals, is making the difference and setting the example for future generations of diplomats and leaders. We are not a group, we are not a vulnerable group, we are half of the population. However, and despite progress, the 2024 report on women and multilateralism that has been quoted reminds us that only 4 women have led the General Assembly, and that since 1945, only 13% of all elected leaders of the multilateral organizations have been women. Last year, we at IOM achieved a significant milestone with the election of our first ever women Director General. Since then, the organization is rapidly moving forward its commitment to achieving gender parity across all levels of the organization. For us, it is imperative that our workforce reflects the diverse populations we serve, ensuring that all voices are heard and valued. In line with the Global Compact on Migration, the organization embarked on a new strategic plan that places equality, diversity, and inclusion at its core and has launched a comprehensive gender equality policy aimed at integrating gender and human rights responsive approaches into all our operations and policies. These 2 instruments, together with the IOM's Race, Equity, and Equality strategy, and our soon-to-be launched Disability Inclusion strategy, with those tools, we want to underscore that gender equality requires looking at the multifaceted barriers that exclude women from marginalized communities, including ethnic minorities and indigenous backgrounds, for decision-making roles in international space and institutions. Colleagues and friends, accessing the multilateral sphere is challenging for women across regions and cultures. Despite all evidence demonstrating the importance and effectiveness of women's meaningful participation in diplomacy, we're seeing a reversal of hard-earned gains in women's rights and inclusion. Power dynamics, economic disparities, limited access to family-friendly and care services, and entrenched gender norms, as has been mentioned, are too often hindering our participation in global affairs. At IOM, we are acutely aware of the unique challenges faced by migrant women, including heightened risk of gender-based violence and human trafficking during their migration journeys. Their experiences and perspectives are indispensable in shaping responsive and effective migration policies that uphold human rights and dignity for all. Their perspectives are indispensable to reshape the table, to reshape the world, as Rebecca said. As women leaders in diplomacy, it is our role to make these challenges visible, truly giving women a voice in the programs we develop and in the way we operate. It is our common responsibility to find solutions for the millions of people who are displaced from their homes and communities, and to safeguard and uphold their human rights. What we need to do? We need to do better to engage with women, migrants, and diaspora communities, and with women-led and women's rights organizations working with people in the move. We must reinforce existing mechanisms that enable women to lead and that resonate within the communities we serve. We need to insist and develop gender-responsive migration policies to address the needs of migrant women. Dear colleagues, we all know that inclusive humanitarian responses benefit significantly from the active participation of women, who are often at the forefront of humanitarian responses. Their insights are crucial in designing and implementing effective relief efforts and would lead to more comprehensive interventions to address the needs of diverse communities. We also know that equal participation of women is essential for advancing peace and security. Women bring unique perspective and solutions to conflict resolution and peace-building efforts, again, as mentioned. Their involvement ensures that peace processes are inclusive, sustainable, and reflective of the needs of all people. To enjoy these benefits, we need to create truly inclusive diplomatic environments, which involve, among others, recognizing the intersectional challenges faced by women, whose experiences are shaped by factors like race, ethnicity, age, disability, and socioeconomic background. We need supportive work environments that accommodate the dual roles many women play as professionals and caregivers. And this has to be done through flexible policies, robust social protection, and accessible childcare. I remember when years ago we had a conversation here at the Palais about nursing rooms. I still want to be seeing the nursing rooms at the Palais. Education and mentorship programs are needed for nurturing the next generation of women diplomats, equipping them with skills, confidence, and networks to succeed in international relationships and ensuring the diverse and capable pipeline of future leaders. As we chart our path forward, our organization remains committed to collaborating with our partners and stakeholders to advance gender equality and inclusivity in diplomacy. Together, let us continue to champion policies and initiatives that empower women to thrive, efforts to protect those that are in the most difficult situations, including women on the move. We can do this together. Thank you.